This will be a 3-part series which will consist of me going on different websites which sell gaming PCs and seeing if it's worth buying off of those particular websites. Now, the exception is laptops, as obviously you cannot custom build a laptop. Well, you technically can, but it's quite tricky to do. And I'm going to be mostly looking at desktop PCs for this, and I'm going to be looking at 3 websites. These consist of eBay, Amazon, and Alienware. I may add some more in eventually and make it a 4 or 5 part series, but those are the 3 I have for now, and I'm basically going to do the same thing and see if it's worth buying off of those 3 websites. So, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Alright, so the first PC we're going to look at is this one. The Fierce Bastet Powerful Fast Gaming PC, budget desktop computer, 2-year warranty, and then there's the specs. AMD A6 6400K 3.90 GHz dual-core processor. Alright, that's fairly old. 4GB of RAM, 1TB hard drive, and a 2-year warranty. AMD Radeon HD 8470, and then there's a processor socket. That'll be useful for a sec. This isn't amazingly fast. It features the powerful new AMD A6 6400K dual-core processor. Now, the first issue I have with that is the A6 6400K is not a new CPU by any stretch of the imagination, so already they got something wrong. Running at a Lightning 3.90 GHz or 4.10 turbo, match this with a massive 4GB of RAM. Alright, again, 4GB is not massive. I mean, at the moment I have 4GB in my PC. I did have 8, but I had to take one of the RAM sticks out as it was causing my PC to act weird. But you get my point. But it's not massive by any stretch of the imagination. And you'll get the performance you've only dreamed of before. You'll be the envy of all your friends when you play all the latest games using the power of Radeon HD 8470D graphics. Again, I have an issue with that. Most people have a PC with more value than £209. But enough rambling about this PC and its over-dramatic description. Now let's go on PC Part Picker and see if we can make anything better. So, can this price be beaten? Despite the misleading advertisements, it cannot be beaten, unfortunately. In the place of the Radeon HD 8470D, I had to put the GT 730, mainly because I couldn't find the 8470D on Part Picker. So that's quite unfortunate, but the GT 730 is almost exactly the same price, and the price came to around £260, and if you remember, it was previously around £210. The next one is the ADMI Ultra Gaming PC, and then it lists a whole bunch of specs there. It's got the original price of $599.95, and it's on sale right now, so it's now $499.99. So that in itself is a pretty good deal, 17% off. You save about $99.96, so that's pretty good. AMD FX 6350, okay. NVIDIA GTX 750 Ti, 8GB 1600MHz DDR3 RAM, 1TB hard drive storage, and installed with a Windows 10 operating system. Hang on, no, I just read through this. Processor brand Intel, processor type Athlon 64FX. Okay, that is pretty good, that's correct. Socket AM3 right there. And it says Intel. Why? Just why? And look at the graphics card description. Keep in mind, this is for a budget graphics card, not a GTX 1080 or anything. Incredible performance and next-gen technologies combined for a truly epic gaming. Experience the most breathtaking gaming imaginable with a new NVIDIA GTX 750 GPU. Yeah. Okay, so you can build this PC for around £425 without the operating system. Now, you can buy Windows 10 for about $20, which would roughly translate to about £13, or it used to at least, before the EU referendum. So you could probably get that up to around £440. So that is already £59 cheaper than if I were to buy it pre-built. But keep in mind, this is with a case that doesn't look as nice. Alright, so we're starting to get into the pricey stuff now. We have the Cyberpower Gaming Centurion Ultra. The specs involve an NVIDIA GTX 1080 8GB, 480GB SSD, plus a 1TB SATA 3 hard disk drive. Intel 6th Gen Core i7 6700K at 4GHz, a Corsair H100i water cooler. We have 32GB of RAM. And all of this is for a price point of £1,699. From what I remember, it was around 1.5k. No, 1.6k. It was one of the two. But here I have given the same specs, and the total price was £1,732. Yeah, so the Cyberpower gaming PC beat my pick by far. So, grats on you, Cyberpower. You've officially got great deals. The very last one I want to look at is the Vibox Legend Hyperfreeze Package 20. And it's supposedly the ultimate extreme super elite gaming PC. Now let's look at how much this costs. Wait, what? £5,999? Oh my god, you got to be kidding. Well, I think it does have some justifications for that price tag. So first of all, it has an Intel i7 5930K at 4.5GHz. It has a custom dual water cooling loop, 2 times 4GB NVIDIA GeForce GTX 980s. So as a matter of fact, it has SLI 980s, so that's very good actually. It has a 500GB Samsung Evo 840 SSD, 3TB hard drive, 32GB Patriot Viper Extreme 2800MHz DDR4 RAM, and a 1K watt power supply. 3 27-inch 4K monitors packaged with it, a Razer Black Widow Chroma keyboard, and a Death Adder Chroma mouse. To top it all off, it has Windows 10 with it. But the only thing about this that I am against is, why on earth would they package 3 4K monitors with SLI 980s? Like, triple 4K monitors, probably an SLI 1080 won't do the job in that case. Jeez. And you're putting it with SLI 980s. What? Alright, so let me just run through the overall thing. So I got the all the specs here, and the unnecessary 4K monitors, as they'll cause a ton of lag, and they cost a ton as well, as you can see by the prices there. But I had to add them because that was specified in the Vibox Amazon page, and yeah, it came to around £4,100. And keep in mind, the Vibox Legend was almost £6,000. So that was a massive ripoff. That could have been like 4.3k, and they could have easily gotten away with it. But since not many of these are going to be sold, I'm assuming they want to make as much profit as possible. So, my conclusion for today's video? Well, if you don't want to run the risk of building your own PC, then by all means go ahead, but please do your research and see if those parts are actually good or if they're really worth it. There will be a second part coming soon, looking at Alienware and seeing if their PCs are worth it. but I'm pretty sure I already know the answer. So if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, well, you know what to do. If you are new here and you really enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, and if you are anyone really, make sure to comment what you thought of this video. And based on suggestions, I will try and improve next time round. So anyway guys, this is Duo from HowToCompute, and I will catch you all next time.